So now I want to give you a quick tour of the RevX project template. So when you first start up, you will land on the Sync to Central view, and there will be a setup procedure list of how to set up a new model. So this is a cheat sheet, essentially. It's not a click-by-click checklist, but it is a checklist of basic things to look over and steps that you need to do to set up a new model. So you have that always easy to hand to refer to. Now the project browser is the heart of navigating in the project, and this is how we have them set up. So all of the views are in here. You can see how we have them basically laid out. So really quickly, these hierarchies, project setup, coordination, electrical, fire protection, mechanical, and plumbing. And then sheet views, working views, etc. That's the next layer down. And then there's a third layer here that goes into even more depth. You can see how they look in plumbing. So these are all controlled by special project parameters that are applied to views. This is a RevX specific thing, so it is controlled by these three shared parameters: view sort 1, 2, and 3. So you can see view sort 1 says mechanical, that's that. View sort 2 says sheet views, that's that. And view sort 3 says 1 mech floor plans, that is that. These are grayed out because they are controlled by the view template. Here, view sort 1, 2, and 3. And that is how they're organized. Now, so the project browser view schema is called 3-tier view sort. That's something that we've programmed in, and it looks at all three. And that's a good way of organizing all the views. Now, if you have a simpler project, if you don't need to drill down 3 layers deep, if drilling down 2 layers will work, right-click this, say browser organization, and you can change the schema to 2-tier view sort, and it explodes them out this way. Now this is a lot to scroll through. This is why we have 3 layers, but if you have a smaller building, if you have a smaller project and fewer different categories of views that you're going to be using on your project, it might be faster and simpler to go 2-tier view sort. We also have a 1-tier view sort, and this is really only useful for when you're cleaning up views. Let's say that in your project you don't have any fire protection. This makes it easier to just delete all of your fire protection views at once. Or if you don't have electrical views, you can expand this, select all of these, and delete them all quickly. So that's really just a cleanup thing. You wouldn't really probably use that in an operational perspective. So I'll change that back to 3-tier view sort. There are other out-of-the-box organization filters that also might be useful from time to time. We'll be touching on at least one pretty soon here. A couple of other things to point out. Just a sort of informal convention is that views and things that are intended to go on sheets, sometimes called documentation views, those are going to be all caps. Working views, those are going to be all lowercase. And views and assets that are not necessarily one or the other, they might be camel case, meaning, capital P, L, U, M, etc. That's camel case. Well, more or less. Standard case, where the first letter is capitalized. That means neither one nor the other. So you'll see these are all capitalized. The name of these are all capitalized, whereas in the working views, these are all lowercase. So you can just at a glance see, oh, this goes on a sheet or this does not belong on a sheet. You'll notice that these are lowercase. That's because these are parent plans. So the dependent views do belong on sheets, but the parent plan does not belong on a sheet. We'll get into that in a later video.